Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging headfirst into cybersecurity, specifically the absolutely crucial and often complex world of privilege access management, or PAM. Beyond the foundational stuff, there's this whole fascinating layer of fringe or advanced capabilities that are becoming, well, pretty essential for truly bulletproof security. Our mission today is to unpack these advanced PAM features and then see exactly how a prominent solution, Delinea, stacks up against them. We've got this incredibly detailed analysis guiding us, and I'm genuinely curious what surprising insights we'll uncover about where the industry is heading.
And that's exactly the value for you, our listener. This deep dive is designed to be your shortcut to truly understanding the leading edge of PAM. We're not just going to define these features, but truly explore why they matter, where current solutions like Delinea stand, and critically, where some of the gaps or emerging trends lie. It's all about helping you connect those critical dots for your own security landscape.
All right, let's unpack this. We're starting strong, focusing on the areas where Delinea really excels. These are the fringe PAM components that are both highly popular and deliver significant business value, and where Delinea provides full, robust support.
Exactly. First up, we're talking about application-to-application, or A2A, credential management. Imagine your application's scripts or maybe services needing to talk to databases or APIs. Instead of hard-coding plaintext passwords, which is a huge risk, A2A gives them secure, automated ways to access those systems.
Right.
This is an absolute must when you're automating secrets in, say, DevOps pipelines for secure database access. It drastically shrinks your attack surface, and Delinea nails this through their secret server.
So it's essentially taking those dangerous hard-coded passwords out of the picture for automated systems. That seems like a huge win for security. What's another cornerstone feature here?
That would probably be ephemeral credentialing. This is all about generating credentials that are literally one-time use or expire after a very short period.
Okay, temporary ones.
Exactly. Think about a contractor needing admin access for just a few hours. Instead of giving them a long-term credential, you issue one that simply vanishes when their task is done. This fundamentally reduces standing privileges and mitigates credential theft risks. It's a game changer for a just-in-time security mindset,
Yeah, that makes sense. Less exposure time.
Precisely. And the Delinea secret server fully supports temporary access credentials. Then we have SIEM integration. SIEM stands for Security Information and Event Management. This capability connects your PAM solution directly to platforms like Splunk or Microsoft Sentinel, giving you a centralized view of all privileged activity.
Like a central dashboard for privileged stuff.
Kind of, yeah. It's critical for getting real-time security alerts and detailed forensic logs. For instance, if someone attempts an unauthorized after-hours admin login, your SIEM lights up. Delinea has full integration here, which is really essential for comprehensive security visibility.
That real-time visibility is invaluable, almost like having an early warning system for your most critical accounts. What about for teams that are moving at lightning speed, like DevOps?
Absolutely vital. That brings us to privileged access for DevOps pipelines. This manages the secrets and access for all those continuous integration, continuous deployment, or CI/CD tools. If your DevOps teams are using Jenkins, Ansible, or Kubernetes to automate deployments, they need secure ways to inject API keys or access production environments.
Right, without slowing them down but keeping it secure.
Exactly. Delinea Secret Server fully supports this, ensuring that agility doesn't come at the cost of security. Next, we have multi-cloud secret synchronization. As organizations spread their infrastructure across AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, keeping credentials consistent and secure across all of them becomes a monumental task.
I can imagine.
This feature ensures seamless synchronization of things like API keys and SSH credentials, providing unified secret management no matter where your workloads reside. Delinea supports all major cloud platforms, centralizing that management, which is a big plus.
It sounds like they're really strong on enabling secure automation across the board, from cloud to CI/CD. What about for the bots among us? Are we talking RPA?
You got it. The last one in this section is privileged access for robotic process automation, or RPA. With more organizations deploying software bots to automate administrative tasks, these bots often need privileged access to sensitive systems, like a finance bot accessing payroll, for example.
Oh, right. The bots need passwords, too.
They do, and secure ones. This component ensures that the bots themselves have their access managed securely. Delinea Secret Server supports leading RPA tools like UiPath and Blue Prism, ensuring your digital workforce operates with security baked in.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, I think. We've covered Delinea's strong foundational support. Now let's pivot to where things get a bit more nuanced. These next components are either medium to high in popularity or business value, and Delinea offers either full or partial support. It reflects the dynamic nature of PAM, doesn't it, where solutions are still evolving.
It truly does. Kicking off this section, we have command filtering and control. This is about restricting what privileged users can actually do during an SSH or RDP session.
So not just if they can log in, but what they type.
Exactly. So if an IT admin has shell access, you can prevent them from running potentially destructive commands like R and RRF without revoking their overall access entirely. Delinea provides full support for this through Privilege Manager and PEDM, which lets you enforce policies on specific command execution. This capability is highly popular and offers medium business value, acting as a crucial safeguard.
Okay, that's a smart control.
Then there are air-gapped PAM vaults. Think of these as isolated, super secure credential storage systems that have no direct internet or network connection. None at all.
Completely offline.
Completely offline. They're for top-secret credentials in highly classified environments, picture storing passwords for, say, a nuclear plant control system. Delinea's secret server can indeed be deployed in offline or air-gapped environments, so it offers full support here. It's highly popular for those extreme security postures and has, medium business value overall.
Makes sense for critical infrastructure.
Definitely. Another important one is just-in-case JIC access. This is for pre-approved but inactive privileged access that only activates in an emergency.
Like a break glass scenario.
Precisely. Say a critical database goes down, you can pre-authorize last resort access for a specific team, but it requires an emergency trigger, maybe multiple approvals, to actually open that access. Delinea supports this fully through their emergency access workflows. This is highly popular for business continuity and risk management with medium business value.
So those are the areas where Delinea really nails it, even on the more advanced, sort of nuanced side. But now what about the features where the support is more partial? What's the story there? Why partial?
Good question. This often reflects where the technology is still maturing, or perhaps where specialized integrations are needed, or maybe the demand isn't quite universal yet. Let's start with privileged access chatbots. These are AI-driven virtual assistants that could potentially handle privileged access requests and approvals via chat interfaces like Microsoft Teams or Slack.
So you just type into a bot to ask for access?
Potentially, yes. Imagine a security team member requesting temporary elevated access through a simple chat command. Delinea offers partial support here. While their solutions can integrate with broader automation tools, which might include chatbots, they don't yet have a dedicated native chatbot, specifically for PAM access management built in. This is currently seen as a medium popularity, low business value feature, more of a convenience play for some organizations.
Interesting. Okay, what else is partially supported?
Another area with partial support is geofencing for privileged access. This feature tries to restrict privileged access based on geographic location, usually using IP address tracking. It's about ensuring access is only allowed from, say, your corporate offices or pre-approved regions, blocking logins from unauthorized foreign locations maybe.
Right, like blocking logins from a country you don't operate in.
Exactly. Delinea's secret server provides partial support here by allowing access control policies based on IP addresses. That's pretty standard. But it doesn't extend to more granular GPS signals or more sophisticated dynamic geofencing capabilities that some specialized tools might offer. It's a medium popularity, medium business value feature for many organizations.
So if someone's trying to log in from a suspicious country, you can flag or block that based on IP. Makes sense. But what about leveraging AI more deeply for risk analysis? That seems like a hot topic.
You're hitting on a critical point there. AI-based access risk scoring uses machine learning to analyze the risk associated with privileged access requests, helping decide dynamically whether to approve or deny. Imagine an admin logging in from an unusual location at 3 a.m. with a history of maybe slightly suspicious behavior. AI could flag that as high risk automatically.
So it's learning patterns.
Ideally, yes. Delinea offers partial support here. Their cloud suite does provide risk-aware policies that consider some factors like location or time, but truly deep, AI-driven behavioral risk scoring that learns and adapts continuously is still somewhat limited compared to dedicated user behavior analytics platforms. This is definitely a high popularity, medium business value area. Lots of interest here.
Okay, and related to that, I suppose, is detecting insider threats.
Exactly. AI-powered insider threat detection uses AI to try and spot suspicious behavior from existing privileged users. This is vital when traditional rule-based threat detection isn't enough. To catch subtle but malicious actions, like an admin slowly exfiltrating sensitive data over time.
Stuff that might look normal at first glance.
Right. Delinea provides partial support here, mainly by integrating with external user and entity behavior analytics, or UEBA tools. These specialized tools are designed to use AI to spot unusual patterns in user behavior. But the core AI detection isn't native to Delinea's PAM solution itself. It relies on that integration. This is another high popularity feature with medium business value, especially for organizations worried about internal threats.
So what does this all mean? We've seen Delinea's strong suits. We've seen where they offer partial support, often through integration. Now let's explore the real bleeding edge, the areas where Delinea currently doesn't offer direct built-in support. And like you said, this isn't necessarily a criticism, right? It's more a peek into what might be next for the PAM landscape, or capabilities often handled by other very specialized tools.
Precisely. It shows the boundaries of what a core PAM solution typically includes today. Let's start with capabilities that are actually quite popular and offer high business value, but where Delinea currently doesn't have built-in support. Take dark web monitoring for credential exposure. This involves actively scanning hacker forums and dark web marketplaces for leaked privileged credentials associated with your organization.
Wow, so finding your passwords before the bad guys use them.
That's the goal. You'd use this for proactive threat intelligence, alerting your IT security team the moment an admin's credentials appear somewhere they shouldn't. It's a critical early warning system. But Delinea doesn't have this capability built in. You need to integrate with external threat intelligence platforms or specialized services for this.
That's a proactive step that feels pretty essential in today's threat landscape. What else falls into that highly valuable but unsupported category?
Data loss prevention, or DLP, integration. This is specifically about preventing sensitive data from leaking out through privileged accounts during sessions. For example, blocking an admin from copying confidential data via the clipboard, or transferring certain file types during a privileged remote session.
Controlling the data flow itself.
Exactly. While incredibly valuable for data security, Delinea lacks native DLP integration within the PAM tool itself, though it can certainly operate alongside third-party DLP solutions deployed elsewhere in the environment. And then there's graph-based access relationship mapping. This uses specialized graph databases to visualize all the complex, often tangled access dependencies between users, systems, applications, and permissions.
Like a visual map of who can access what.
A very sophisticated map, yes. It's immensely helpful for analyzing privilege relationships across complex hybrid IT environments, making it much easier to spot things like excessive access permissions granted through nested group memberships or convoluted roles. Delinea doesn't currently offer this kind of native graph-based visualization.
Okay, so those are some pretty significant capabilities, high value, but handled externally. Now, let's talk about the true frontier. Those features that might be lower in current popularity or business value, maybe even experimental, but still point to where PAM could go. What's on that list where Delinea doesn't directly support? This sounds like the really futuristic stuff.
This is definitely where things get truly futuristic or highly specialized, yeah. We're talking about things like blockchain-based credential verification. The idea is leveraging decentralized ledgers for an immutable, highly trusted layer for authentication or logging. Very niche right now.
Okay, blockchain. What else?
Or behavioral biometrics for access validation. This isn't just fingerprint or Face ID. It's literally analyzing how you type or move your mouse continuously to verify your identity. Adds a layer of sort of frictionless security.
That's wild. It knows it's you by your typing rhythm.
Potentially, yes. And even maybe wilder ideas like augmented reality. AR-assisted privileged access. Imagine a field technician accessing critical systems information overlaid through smart glasses. Or even haptic feedback for PAM alerts, getting a vibration on your smartwatch for a critical security event.
Okay, AR and haptics. Definitely out there.
They are fascinating glimpses into potential futures, but often remain experimental or highly niche, which is why we don't typically see native support from mainstream PAM vendors like Delinea just yet. They often require very specific hardware or integration with dedicated third-party tools if they exist commercially at all.
So it's not that these aren't potentially useful, it's just that they're still emerging or maybe too specialized for a general-purpose PAM solution to build in right now. What other cutting-edge concepts fall into this category? Sounds like there are quite a few.
Quite a few, yeah. We also see concepts like zero-knowledge authentication, which allows authentication without ever revealing your actual credentials during the process, cryptographically proving, the secret without sending it.
Interesting. Keeps the password safer.
Theoretically. Or quantum-resistant PAM encryption, looking way ahead to algorithms designed to withstand future quantum computing attacks that could break current encryption.
Planning for the very long term.
Very long term. There are also ideas around self-healing privilege access policies, where maybe AI could auto-adjust access rights based on real-time risk analysis without human intervention, or tamper-proof privileged session logs using blockchain or similar tech to ensure audit trails are absolutely immutable and can't be altered.
Enhancing trust in the logs.
Exactly. And think about serverless PAM components. Highly optimized lightweight functions for securing access in cloud-native microservices or serverless environments. Also things like crowdsourced privileged access risk intelligence, sharing anonymized threat data between organizations, or honeypot accounts, decoy privileged accounts to lure attackers, even voice-based authentication. These are all on the horizon or exist as specialized innovations. For now, they're generally outside the scope of what core PAM solutions like Delinea natively offer, or they're only just beginning to explore integrations.
It's clear that PAM is an incredibly dynamic and, well, rapidly evolving landscape.
Absolutely. And this analysis, I think, provides a comprehensive, objective look at how a major player like Delinea aligns with each of these fringe components, from what's fully supported today to what's still emerging out there.
And to really distill our key observations about Delinea's positioning in this context. First, they offer strong, robust support for those high popularity, high business value features, things like A2A credential management, ephemeral credentialing, solid DevOps integration, and multi-cloud secret synchronization. You can really rely on them for that core advanced functionality.
Right. That's their bread and butter, executed well. And where things get more strategic or newer, maybe areas like AI-based risk scoring, insider threat detection support via integration, or even things like geofencing based on IP. Delinea is very much in the game, offering partial or integrated support. It shows they're adapting to the evolving threat landscape, even if not always with a fully native solution for everything.
But importantly, as we just discussed, they currently don't directly support certain truly bleeding edge or highly specialized capabilities. Things like native dark web monitoring built in, or blockchain verification, quantum resistant encryption, native DLP. And again, this isn't necessarily a flaw, but rather a reflection of the specialized nature of these areas and where the broader cybersecurity ecosystem is still innovating, often with best-of-breed point solutions.
The real takeaway here, I think, is that the future of PAM isn't just about securing accounts anymore. It's evolving towards securing every interaction and data point associated with privileged access. Evaluating a PAM solution's ability to support both the standard features and integrate with or adapt to these niche components is becoming increasingly essential. Why? Because cybersecurity threats are just getting more complex, often demanding a multi-vendor adaptable approach to keep pace. No single tool does it all perfectly.
That really brings us to the final thought for you, our listener. As you think about your own security landscape, your own organization, which of these fringe PAM components do you see becoming absolutely essential in the next 5 years? Which ones feel like they're moving from nice to have to must have? And perhaps even more fascinating, what new challenges or capabilities might emerge that we can't even properly imagine today? What's the next fringe?
Considering these advancements and also understanding the current gaps in solutions can profoundly inform your future security strategies. It helps you prioritize where to invest your time, your budget, and what emerging areas to explore next for truly comprehensive protection.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating and clearly ever-expanding world of privileged access management.